Okay, what about now? You good? Okay. I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. Hold on, let me switch microphones because I know I'm getting a lot of static. Hold on, let's get some stuff going on here. All right, can you guys hear me? Well, let's start that all over again. Hold on, let's make our adjustments. The show must go on. What's going on, family? Welcome in, man. It's your boy TrapVision 3D. If you're new here, man, we're gonna work through all of that stuff, man. You know, the funny thing about what just happened is I went to church yesterday, and one of the ministers got up, and he was like talking, and he just got all of this, like the sound was just crazy, man. It was like background noise, man. They started doing that, like the buzzing noise. It was wild. And he said, we're going to work through it. So we're going to work through it. All right. So I appreciate you guys for rocking. I appreciate how many people is in the building. But we're about to get into something unfortunate news. This has nothing to do with you guys, but a couple of days ago I was live at Denny's. And those that were in the chat heard an argument between customer and one of the guys that's working there, right? Unfortunately, and I gave this guy a watch. I gave him a fair and swift. Still got the watch. He left his box. So when I came in there, they released him because of his actions, man. And I'm like, man, just warn the boy. Like, hey, man, don't let nobody take you out of character. He did. He kept it going. So that's unfortunate. Okay, a week in watches. That's what we're here for. This week, I think is an amazing week for watches, man. There were a lot of announcements. People talked about what was it? What watch came out? Omega Seamaster. Some like it, some don't. I consider it just a new colorway, right? It's orange in color and it has a strap similar to this, or orange in color like this one. But I think it's just a regular Seamaster. Nothing to write home about. You know, still over $5,000. Maybe I don't know what the price is. Probably $6,000 or something like that. I do know August is coming up. I don't know what that means as far as tariffs is concerned. So if you guys are in the market of buying watches, I'm going to give you some options real quick. So you can either buy a name brand watch, right? Big brand, big box store brand, or you can go the Microbrand route. Now, I saw a number of you guys tuned in this morning, and I showcased this South Baltimore, this piece right here. Now, I didn't talk to the founder of South Baltimore about this watch, but it does have IWC vibes for those that know what IWC is. I know some people don't. Some people don't. Who did a video? I think it was Watching Chris. Yeah, Watching Chris did a short, and he had mentioned that somebody didn't know what a particular watch brand was. And I told in the chat, I literally said, well, I have a friend that does it. He didn't know about Rolex. This was a conversation we had about, this was actually like right after COVID, like 2021, 22. And he said he didn't know about Rolex. And I was like, you don't know what Rolex is? I said, bro, that's crazy, right? It's kind of hard to believe, but I mean, who am I to argue with this man? He said he didn't know it. So for those that don't know, this watch is similar to an IWC Mark 20 or Mark 18. Just a wicked colorway though. Now in my video, right, I just want to just show first response, first reactions. Last night, those that are tuned into the Watch Hangout, they did a show that was on titanium watches. And grade 2, they were breaking it down. I don't know how the materials go, but from what was said in the chat, grade 5 titanium is more of a polished. It has more nickel or something in it. Grade 2 has more of a grayish hue to it, and it's more utilitarian. This one is high polished, and you would think that it's 316L steel. But if you look at that, this thing it's so lightweight, 40 millimeters, like 13.5 millimeters tall. Let you see what it looks like on the wrist. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Luciano's in the building. Watch Junkie. Thank you guys for being here. I'm here to see what money you throw at Trap here today. Man, that was crazy. That was the wildest live I've ever had, right? And I was talking to Skylar afterwards. I was floored, man. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, what do you guys think about this piece right here? And not to take anything away from IWC, because the IWC, that watch, like, still 28,000 beats, right? And you know what's amazing? I know that some watch companies, the movement, they slowed down, just like Longines, to get like a 70-hour power reserve or something like that. They slowed the beat down to like 25.5, I think it's, or 25.6. The IWC, I believe, is still 28,000 beats, and the thing is like 60 to 80. Is it 80 hours? I think it does have a large power reserve on it. And I was like, man, that's amazing. I don't know how they do it, but this one, man, oversized crown. Look how big that crown is. That crown is substantial, man. That right there, I think, is like reminiscent of IWC's, like the big crown, the big pilot. Is it called big pilot? But yeah, I like pilot watches, man. And I love the fact that this, like, look at the second hand to come all the way out to the minute track. They didn't skimp on there. I'm talking about this thing that's scraping the wall. And the loom on it is amazing. In person, just looking down at it, man, I'm like, it has to have AR coating underneath there because it's so clear. It's almost like you could touch the dial. And that's one of the, I didn't mention that, if you've never held an IWC in hand, very clean dial. I mean, legible. And I need my glasses to see. I can still see and read this. I can still tell time on this watch without my glasses perfectly. Right? That's the one thing too. Because my eyes, I don't know what it was after I left the military. My eyes said, okay, you don't need to fire at anybody else. So my vision, just like the very next day of my retirement, my vision went straight kaput. Never wore glasses in my life. Eric Mack is in the building. Welcome in. You say I'm young, black, and rich. Okay, Andrew, welcome into the chat. Nah, man, he ain't in a Lamborghini. My man woke up in a new Bugatti. That's a red, beautiful tone. Yeah, this thing is crazy. Chris White, Trap. What is the width of that bad boy? Yeah, it's 40. It's 40. It's 40 millimeter. But you know what's crazy? Because like it doesn't have a bezel. It looks like it's bigger than that. It looks bigger. It plays bigger, but man, then like look at the domage of that crystal, man. That's wild, man. This is wild. And this is my honestly, I had mentioned this when I was when I went out to District Times. This is my watch of the year. This is the one watch that I wanted. Like at the beginning of the year when I saw it, I saw the still pictures. Went to go see it out there in DC, and I was impressed with it. A little party trick that does loom. Hey, how you doing? That does loom up. And you know the thing about this plane, that bomber, the 187. I think it was called an 830. Built in Baltimore, never used by our American forces. It was always used with our coalition forces. It doesn't have the accolades of any other bomber as far as being on the, significant historical value, so to speak. But, dude, this thing, like that bomber was a workhorse. And I think the payload on it was like 2,000 pounds of TNT. And the guns that was fit around this bomber, and that's just a silhouette of it, you couldn't sneak up on it. And it can outrun, if anything was to chase it, it can outrun it. That's how fast it was. And I believe they had an additional fuel tank in the back of that plane just for reconnaissance. So like once it's like, hey, we need to go out and just check, they can strap that thing up. And I believe that thing can go 950 miles or something like that. I was doing a little research on the plane. It's a lot of history, man. You see, like with IWC, no other company outside of Cartier, no other company can compete with the historical value. So when you have a microbrand, or even because you do have the option of, what company is that? I think it's Addie's Dive. It was one of those AliExpress brands. They do have options where you can get like $150, $200 for one of these watches, and it's either gonna come with an NH35, PT5000, or in some cases you have Selena 200. But still, this one he brought his own value to it because it's named after a plane, a bomber that was built in Baltimore. Which I believe I left a link down below for that. Let's get into Deep Ruby Red. I think it's 120 hour price. Yes, that's what it was. Thank you. I knew it was a lot. I know it was a huge. I don't know how they do it, man. That is so amazing. And I really want to get. I have to get the information on that one. I really have to get the information on that one because I'm like, how do you get 120 hours power reserve out of a watch and still keep high beat? I'm learning it, man. I love learning this stuff, man. It is amazing the technological advancements we have in watchmaking. All right, now this one right here, Noctua watches, right? There will be a review. My review is not going to come until August though, because I've been testing this. I've been getting testimonials from people. Like when I'm wearing this out, I'm getting people's thoughts on this watch. You know, before I come. No, you good. You good. I didn't know what that noise was. I'm still getting people's thoughts on this watch, and I'm going to take it out and test it and stuff like that. So this will come like that first week of August. I'll have an official review of this watch. But in the meantime, you can actually, I have a code, and Skylar has a code. We both got codes on this. I don't know who else has a code. I think WatchWit did one. I'm sure he has a code, but you know, dude, this is I've been wearing this in the evenings during my walk, and I loom it up before I go because, of course, when I walk, it's dark. Hey, how you doing? And that loom is just amazing to watch. And that's Noctua watches. Now, the other thing with that South Baltimore, this is the case it comes in, man, like solid. I think that is a great offering. I mean, the watch is $725. And just to elaborate, go into a little depth, I wasn't subscribed to South Baltimore's website, their newsletter. So when you sign up for the newsletter, or if you hover over whatever watch, they give you an offer. He gives like $50 off your first purchase, right? If you already done it, you already know. If you own a South Baltimore timepiece, that doesn't apply unless he has something special. I don't know how often he runs specials. Pilot watches are hitting right now. Yeah. GJC in the building. What's up, brother? Yes, you can. Here, I'll show you the case back. I'm sorry. And you know what's crazy is if you look at the IWC version or the original version, it's similar to this. It's similar to this, man. So I know that this watch has been inspired by one of the greatest pilot's watches out there. Oh, that's a good picture right there. Good luck. Baltimore colors back there. I know some of the early designs, man. I still got the sticker on this one. You can see the Baltimore insignia back there. Water resistance to 200 meters. And this one is number 13 out of 50. What does this say? All right, Balt Pilot Recon. It just has the name and stuff of everything in here. This also came with a strap. There's a strap that comes with it. So like I believe FKM rubber that you can switch out to, which I didn't. You know what? I'm just sitting there thinking about it now. So when I went to go do it, I left the actual strap at home. So I wasn't able to get that. But there is an additional strap. So value-wise, I do want to talk about that. And I mentioned this last week. I don't think a watch really, if a watch is expensive to you, but you like it, I think you'll do what you can to make it happen to actually get that watch home. I like large cardinal indices at the 3, 9, and 12, while other indices have smaller numbers. Yeah. Hey, Skylar, thanks for dropping that. Moderators be on point, man. Thank you, man. Skylar is on it, boy. Hydro Conquest vibes. Yeah. I saw the blue meteorite. It looks amazing. Sadly, it sold out. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Those were the first ones. Bro, like, you know what? That's the other thing. Sizing it. This thing, listen, so you got a push pin situation going on here. Bro, I just pulled out like my regular original. No, matter of fact, no. The one you set on and you start screwing it, bent that sucker. I said, okay. Had to replace the pin on that one, so I got the tapping. And I said, wait a minute. That's not coming out. You have to get some legit heavy duty stuff to get that out. Those pins are in there. With that titanium, bro. And then it's the 1200 Vickers, so this watch is designed to take a beating. It's designed to take a beating and still look good. Right? And just look at everything, man. The angles, the way it catches the light. I think they did a good job. In my opinion, they did a good job. And they assembled this thing out in Maryland. He's very proud, man. There's news feeds on him. And I think it's one of the more prominent or like apex of the microbrand world. I think like Sal got it, man. Because they got that. They have so many different offerings, man. And they're doing stuff in the city. Let's see. Only 50. Yep, 50 per colorway. I have a question. I search a watch for my wedding with a sage, or you can look this green down. If someone has an idea, ooh, how much money can I spend? Seiko Alpinist. Hey, that is a great look, man. The Alpinist, man, hits so hard, boy. That green, yeah, that green or that old Boulevard. The Alpinist looks great, but a little too dark. Yeah, that Boulevard has a lighter green. Huh? I do not have it with me today, too. Darn it. Darn it. Oh, so I do want to get into this. Got the green down land Alpinist. No wrist check yet? Yes, I did my wrist check, baby. This is what I have on the wrist right now. The Rangemaster 2 by Islander and TGV. Every once in a while, this thing pulls hairs. It's not bad, but it yanked a couple of hairs. I was like, yo, I still like the watch, man. It's super robust, man. This is a hero watch, man. This is like that watch you can go see Superman on or something. Which I went to go see Superman. I don't know what your thoughts are on the movie if you've seen it, but keep in mind, I grew up watching the original Superman, then I watched the remakes of Superman. This is my least favorite Superman movie that I've seen. Storyline, I think, is amazing. There's some touching moments in it, but it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like Cosmic Spider-Man puts on a Superman suit. Didn't like Lex Luthor, because Lex Luthor should have a certain look. And the Green Lantern was my least favorite character in that movie. Oh, he was such a jerk. He played his part, though. Played his part. Mr. Terrific, best scene in the movie. I'm not giving no spoilers, but I think that was the best scene in the movie. But anyway, Nerd with Swag is in the building. Erebus Ascent series. They may have a green. I'm not sure. Yeah, man. If Skyler, if you going live, bro, pull up. I'll pull up. I got to go to work today, unfortunately. And I say that, and I'm sure, boss is watching. I'm sorry. I just have to be honest. My vote is Fair Mansfield on Mesh. They giving some good options without the price. All right, so I also want to, you guys know that I promote, man, my man Jake and Mark over there at Trifecta. That's where I got one of my favorite watches in the world. This is I'm gonna call it my family grill. So, children, pay attention. When I'm out of here, this is one of the most important watches I have in my collection. And yeah, you have to go back and find out why I said that. I'm not gonna make it easy for you. You got to do some research, children. But yeah, Jake has a number of options. What I'll tell you to do, in the description, you can go down and find Trifecta and find your next watch possibly, and just hit him up, email. There have been a number of you guys that have purchased from him already, and which is super dope. That's where I got this bad boy from. I even got the strap from him too. This was pre-owned, right? I just by luck of the draw, I met the owner, the original owner of this watch. And this watch, the history of this watch was purchased because of a business deal. And the business deal was like, it went south, so this watch came back. Because the original owner was like, nah, I can't deal because, yeah, everything folded. And it was perfect because I saw it on his website and saw the price, which was well below the asking price, because this watch is over $1,000, and I went and grabbed it as fast as I possibly could. Hence another aviator, right? And look at this in comparison. This watch is more substantial than the South Baltimore, but yeah, this is from Trifecta. Now, if you looked at the title, there were a number of disc or dials that you guys may have seen. Left a link to the Woodward Company down in the link. But before we get to one of their watches, I do want to go back over, and I showed this last week, but Kokomo Watch Company has created a 40 millimeter version. I have the 38 millimeter version in silver. This watch, man, in my opinion, this is my opinion. In my opinion, does have it just hits different. You have a sandwich dial, so you have lume on there. They do have a black lume dial, which I think is wicked. Black lume don't last nowhere near as long. I mean, the black lume, I think even in how weak a black lume watch is, the black lume lasts a lot longer than Invicta lume, which is crazy. I'm like, Invicta, y'all got to get it together, man. Come on. Loom it up. Come on, man. Let's see. Nerve Phoebus watches. They are decent in my opinion. I only handle one. I was happy with it. I had a couple of Phoebus. I have a couple. Citizen Cioso is another. Do they have a green though? Citizen and Boulevard guys do have some green dials that are amazing. Thoughts on Phoebus watches? I like Phoebus. And I'm gonna tell you this: one of the greatest strengths of Phoebus, outside of it, it's a tooly watch. Their loom is just is crazy. Y'all, sorry, I have a new stand and I like it, but it's off centered, I think. All right. So now there's something to say about this watch. On my version, the one I have, it does not have a case back, display case back on it. But this thing is all black PVD coated, man. I like this watch, man. It is ready to go. And they are offering free shipping. If you go down in the description, they offer free shipping on this one if you use my code when you purchase. So Kokomo Watch Company is the watchmaker's portion of it. Palma Jewelers is the place where you make your purchases and stuff like that. You can buy jewelry. You can actually put orders in to get knives engraved. I mean, they do a lot of stuff. I would say any link that I put down there, like from Jake to Kokomo, I would say reach out to them, talk, and actually find out what all the stuff, all the services, which they do have a lot of services, man. Like phenomenal place. And I'll tell you this, they have, if they can't do it, they do have connects. Right, they have contacts. They have people they can get in touch with. If they can't do it, they'll let you know. That's one thing I like. They're upfront, and I wouldn't send you over there if it wasn't so. Yeah. So yeah, this right here, this is called the First. And I remember when, when they were doing the concept on this watch, they asked me my honest opinion. I said, well, it's different. I said, this is like a straight work watch, man. It's a field timepiece, but I love this right here. A nod to like what was that? Those military style trench watches. Yeah, that's what I love, that bezel, man. It's almost like a fidget spinner. Y'all see my fingerprints all over it. I gotta get this back to Kokomo. Kokomo, I'll clean it up for you. May keep it. Oh, did I say that out loud? Yeah, so they have this, and this is the it comes packaged in this. This is the pouch that it comes in. So I think it's a nice touch. You can just slide that in your pocket and keep it moving. But they got the little stickers. Their warranty card is in there, which is metal, which I think is pretty dope. So if you want something a little different, or if you want something customized, they will do that for you. They do customizations too. Somebody was asking for the green watch. Look, you may want to get something done yourself. So we're going right back to Kokomo, and we're going to go with this right here. So the link to this actual company, which is out of Michigan, which that is like a vintage 70s style colorway. You could have found this. Remember those vans with the like the bubble window in the back in the day? They used to color those vans like you have like a yellow base and you have all those little flakes in it. That's what this reminds me of. But this is on the Seiko 5 bracelet in case. Y'all see that? So they're like Kokomo's work with them. They have the dials, and you can actually get this from Kokomo. Again, reach out to them, go down there, and I'll just put this right here for a second. These are automatics. So the company, their dials are based off the NH movement. So you're going to have an NH35 movement or NH38, something of that nature. And I did leave a link. So if you want to know more about the company, Woodward, it's down in the description. This is my favorite. Now this I said this reminds me of an old record, right? I'm trying to see the texture of this watch. So I went on their website and looked, and it's called the Motown. That design is called the Motown. It's tough, boy. That is tough. I like that, man. I like this one. I like this how it's set up, man. Exhibition case back. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this too. Reach out if you do decide to get one of these. Reach out to Kokomo and just ask them, like, hey, look, I know you put these together. I want a custom roller. Give me your design, or if you want your name in the back of it or something like that. If you want it to look a little different, because I have one of my pieces has a custom roller that has Seiko Japanese lettering in the back. So yeah, I have some of my stuff is customized. Well, a lot of my stuff is customized. They're even working on. It's funny. I got a couple of my Invicta pieces that they're customizing. I got different loom. I got some real loom on my piece, man, on my Invicta. And that's the only time it's going to have that type of loom is because I had it added. They stripped it out and they gave me some real loom. Then, like getting your watches regulated, man. And, man, that's the thing, too, man. The beauty about having a watchmaker available. I am learning how to make shoes. Really? That is interesting, man. If I absolutely need a loom, it's use a tritium where no charging is needed. Yeah. Tritium is pretty dope too. Thank you for dropping. Man, Skylar's coming through, boy. I'm gonna have to put you on payroll, bro. Hey man, when we up there, man, listen, man, I'm just gonna speak this into existence. Skylar's doing this for fun. He's doing this as a hobby. He's learning some stuff. But what Skylar don't know, we're on a crash course to where this is going to be a full-time business, and we're going to be touring. We're going to be going all over the place, man. We're going to have a tour bus. or at least a Sprinter van, and we'll be able to come to a city near you, man, with all the stuff that we found, all the different watches, and just explore. And then, Jay Jones, you can pull up to our van, or we can pull up to your city, and you can come spend that money that you spend with everybody else. You can buy from us. You know what I'm saying? Customized stuff. We have, matter of fact, Kokomo don't know this, but I'm going to bring them with us. I'm going to have an actual watchmaker in the vehicle with us while we're driving. Yes, Adam, I just volunteered you to do that. When Adam sees this, he gonna cuss me out. He gonna cuss me out. He's like, what you talking about, fool? I know he gonna cuss me out. Hey, man, you know I love you, bro. Come to Canada, I'll bring some buyers. Hey, GJC. I would most definitely love to do that. I think that is... I heard about Canada's culture, man. You know, I'm talking to your Canadian brothers, my Canadian brothers, and your culture isn't there like that, man, as far as watchmakers. So, man, shout out to Jason Hutton for bringing Zanea, not just Zanea, but like he brought the whole Toronto timepiece thing. Hey, man, when you get louder than me, man, like, come on now, you can't be louder than your boy, man, because like I'm gonna have to cut it on, man. I'm gonna have to from the top. You know what I mean? Come to Geneva, the heart of watches, brother. MG. That was my goal. Who was that? Skyler, did we not talk about that? We talked about that. I would love to come. I think that will be like one of the greatest guy trips, man, to get out there. Not to, you know, ladies, I know you collect watches and I don't want to alienate, but the fellas got to survey first before we bring y'all over. You know what I'm saying? No, but I think that would be a great trip. I think that would be an awesome trip to actually go and to Geneva. I want to go. I want to go. Like the heart of it, man, just looking where, like, because when you see, hold on, which watch do I have? This got Swiss made on it. I'm trying to think where else. That's simply see. Just come on, focus, baby. Well, y'all see down at the 6 o'clock, it's not really focusing, I'm sorry. But that Swiss made. We go crazy over Swiss made. Crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, I want to just talk about this real quick. For those that are in the chat right now, let me ask you, what is your favorite brand? What is your favorite brand right now today? What is your favorite? I'm gonna ask you to you guys put that in the chat right now. What is your favorite watch brand today? And we're not talking price. We're like, don't even think price right now. Just like, what is your favorite watch brand of all time? Of absolute all time. What is your favorite? Great. Write me a PM. I can hook you up with everything here. Okay. Ooh, that's a good question. What is your favorite GPHG winner in the last decade? Woo! Man, that's a whole episode. We go. Ooh. Oh, that's such a wicked question. That's worse than Longines is your favorite. Grand Seiko. Ooh, I made it. Good day, y'all. Noctua Watches is in the building. He is represented right here in this thing, and you see it's still running right now because I had it on last night. Yeah. Grand Seiko is a great brand. Gosh, I like Grand Seiko. Yeah, Grand Seiko. That's a great answer. Yeah, because it's not always Swiss made. Longines is another one, man. God, dog, that's a good one too. Hamilton right here. Okay. Skylar, what is your Facebook message? Then Tudor. Tudor. And when I'm asking this question, man, it's like, keep in mind too, if you can only collect from one brand, if that was it, if you could only focus on one brand, what would it be? You know, like you gotta think, what do these brands offer? Right? you know, like as far as variety is concerned, you know, because my mind goes to like, all right, you know what? Because I do get in situations where I need a dress watch. Yeah, I'm showing it again. Yes, yeah, I'm showing it again. I just showed this a couple times, but when I tell you that this is one of my favorite pieces of all time, I think it's a phenomenal watch. I really enjoy it. I like this watch, man. And based on a conversation I heard on the Watch Hangout last night, you don't need anybody's permission to collect what you like. You know, there's no right or wrong answer to it. Some will say, you know, hey, if you get into a particular brand, then you're like, go with that, but then graduate to something else. But I'm like, no, I wouldn't say that. I'm like, I would say follow what you enjoy. You know, there are a number of you guys that say I will collect nothing but Invicta. There's some of you guys that will collect nothing but Aragon. I think if I had to say like my favorite watch brand would probably be Tissot, right? I would say Tissot, Hamilton, and even Glycine. Yeah, which I have my Glycine with me here. And if I can only collect a certain brand, I mean, I'm good with, if I can only collect Tissot, definitely. You know, man, anything past that would run into the Citizen and Seiko. Then maybe Boulevard after that. But like, if it was a high-end brand, like my favorite high-end brand, or a watch that I would consider, would actually be why can't I think of the darn thing? Zenith. I like Zenith. Oh, man, I had a brain for it. No love for Patek or Vacheron or any of these. No, Patek is dope, man. Hey, Vacheron and Patek, you can't sleep on those, man. Those are great watch brands. I like it so, man. I just detest the PRX for some reason. Could it be that the PRX is one of the most talked about watches? It has, inspired so many companies to make a integrated bracelet. I like the PRX for what it is. Very interesting watch. Outside of all of the noise, let me just say this. I love doing this, y'all. I love talking about watches. I love learning about watches. I enjoy when you guys do your wrist check. I like Watch Crunch. I like Instagram because you guys are posting some heaters. You guys are sharing watches with me on Instagram as well, private message, and I like that. But outside of all the noise, outside of all of the conversations, there are watch brands right now. Tissot, this is one that I gravitate towards this 1938, and they don't even make this anymore. This is a done deal. Done. They made a couple of this year. They made one in the blue variation. I think it had a blue dial. Very clean watch. Very, very clean. And I think this is a very important watch because this watch, when it was made, it actually survived the Great Depression. Because Tissot literally, I mean, you gotta think, the West was buying the crap out of Tissot. Anything Swiss made. Because they were the gold standard. Swiss made watches were the gold standard. That's why I say I would really love to just go over there to the UK and just like, I want to tour. I want to spend like a month over there. Just going to different places, man. Just like, I got to get over here, man. I want to see this. I want to see that. I want to see the Tissot factory. I want to go and look at Longines. I want to go look at Rolex, you know what I'm saying? And like, bro, I just want to go see. I'd love to go see Zenith, man. It'd be super dope. Super dope. Blissful Ignorance in the building, welcome in. But I can, hold on, let me see. Let's just get started with Zellos. I don't know their history like that yet. JC Watch put me on to them. Zellos, again, you know, like Zellos is one of those companies, man. I refer to them as like the Jordan brand, right? Like what other watch company can drop a watch outside of like Rolex, drop a watch and the thing sell out within moments? It just sells out. just it's gone. It's gone. Some companies just have that. I'll tell you. I want to talk about two companies real quick because I'm not going to be on too much longer. Invicta and Glycine, because Glycine is under the Invicta umbrella. I don't have the watch with me right now, but that daggone Pro Diver that I reviewed 2 weeks ago, I showed you the price tag, $289. That was through JTV. But this is what I'm talking about, which is so crazy. Anybody that missed out, I don't know if it's still going on, but you can buy that same Pro Diver or a different colorway for $150 right now, and it has an ETA 2824. Now, I will say this, just the warning. Some of the descriptions on there will read that like the watch has a sapphire crystal, right? There's others that say it has a flame fusion crystal. Some says it has a 2893 in the back. Some says the 2894. It's one of those things, unless you're like DK, if you're willing to open up the case back of that watch, and if you think I may void my warranty, at $150, just buy another one. Who cares? Who cares at that point? Because like Invicta's warranty is not like for example, they offer, South Baltimore offers, and when you open the package, it says 2-year warranty, but they're boasting a 5-year warranty. This watch, he was guaranteeing this watch up to 5 years. So, yeah, that's that. For those that are interested in the Invicta side of the house, Invictastores.com. Invictastores.com, you're gonna find it. That's it. They sold out. They even had the 7753. No. 7750 was it 7754, which is a skeletonized GMT movement. That watch was under, I think it reached under $400, or it's just at the $400 mark. Where on JTV just last month, that watch was $799 or $789, somewhere around there. Which I think still for a value movement, that is still a great price, because you're not going to find any company to put a watch together with the value movement in it for less than $1,000. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, they had theirs for less than $500. Let's see what the chat's talking about. You should definitely reach out to Elsie Scotty. Yeah, and he's very responsive too. If you reach out to him, I'll reach out to him on Instagram. He just like that. About to let the live play while work. Okay. Things which require craft finishing and that now that's the other thing too, is by definition of artisan. I like the art in some of these watches. I enjoy like the different designs, like this one. I'm really enjoying this watch right now. I had this on yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoy this watch. It's a fan favorite of mine. This is another piece that I enjoy. Another watch that is a part of Apollo mission, because this one actually went out of space as well. This watch went out of space. Conrad, Mr. Conrad, he wore his Glycine out of space, a part of one of those Apollo missions. And historically, there's a lot that you could say there, if that's what you like. The video I put out this morning, I asked the question to a couple of collectors, but then I typed it in to ChatGPT, and all I asked was, when shopping for a watch, is history important? And it clearly stated, yes, it is very important. And I actually put that in the beginning of that video that I dropped this morning. There is, man. People love brand history. They love the heritage of companies and where they've been, wherever we've been as human beings, wherever we've been as innovators and stuff like that. So yeah, it does play a major part. And that's one thing that microbrands lack: the independence. Can't find you on Crunch. Sorry. I think it's under Mr. Santana. Not Tour. I have. He sent me a watch with this link. I had the Horizon 43 in carbon. It was awesome. Shapiro, yeah. So RGM is your grill. Glassute original is Glassute original is definitely pressure, definitely pressure. And you know, and I don't take this for granted. Some people don't know, like when you see the abbreviations, the GO is Glassute, Glassute, Glassute. One of them. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but phew, man, you talking about a beautiful timepiece, well crafted. You look at it, if you were fortunate enough to get one of those on your wrist and just look at the beauty, just like, that's like one of the best ways to tell time, just looking at that watch. But then I feel like that about some of these here. Matter of fact, I'm going to switch over. I'm going to set the time for this watch officially. Set the time for this watch because I just threw it on yesterday and was just walking with it and enjoying my walk. And that's one thing that you should be doing, man. You know what? You know what I just noticed about this watch? I'm gonna show you guys. I did not know this about the watch. And I love discovery. I'm gonna show you something. I'm just looking down. How did I miss this? I don't know how I missed it, but I did miss it. What time is it? It's almost time for me to get out of here. Man, this thing is so buttery. So buttery, y'all. I mean, even setting time on this thing is beautiful. I love it. Don't you enjoy watches? Come on, y'all. I know y'all enjoy watches, man. I know y'all do. I know y'all do. Y'all have to. It's a given. You have to enjoy what you do. All right, so let me see if I can get this thing to focus. It's probably not gonna focus. At the 6 o'clock, you see the little writing down there? I'll get a better picture. I'm gonna get it up close, man. Probably on a short later on this evening. It says Baltimore, Maryland is down there. That is hard. I'm complete now. I'm just, man. I've been wanting this watch for a long time. I've been wanting this watch for a minute, man. I was highly impressed with it. I think aviators are just it. They're beautiful. And I love their connection to the military. I was never a part of the Air Force. I didn't want to join the Air Force at all. I appreciate the Air Force because they took my behind. They flew me over across the pond safely. But, man, I just can't imagine, you know what I'm saying, being a pilot and you looking down like, and it's crazy. That's the other thing too. Is like you have to be able to look, quick glance at your stuff, and that's the thing I love about this. You quick glance because that look at that 9.3 is so prominent. Boom, give you orientation to where you can just boom boom scan and you good to go. Big hands, yeah. German, Swiss, Japanese. I don't think you can go wrong. Man, bro, that are you asking what's the best? Because, dude, German is great. Swiss is amazing. Japanese, they show, come on, man. All heavy hitters. I think it comes down to personal preference. Yes. Omega is a phenomenal. I mean, I like Omega. My favorite Omega to date, if you don't know this, MG, is the Speedy 57 with that wine color. As you can tell, I like, man, blue is my favorite color, but like it's nothing, man. Something about wine is just amazing. It's just chef's kiss, man. I'm telling you. What's my most used watch to date? Ooh. Crap. I would say my Tissot PRX, but I'm gonna have to go with this because I've had it longer. This has more wear than any other watch in my collection. I wear this watch more than anything, way more than anything, hands down. hands down. That's sold 1938 heritage, hands down. Don't care about loan. Um, I'm telling you that like that watch. When I first got it, I wore it a lot, and then I just grew more in love with it, and just like man, just enjoyed it, and just and I had looked up the history of it. I looked at the economic ruin of America at that time, and then to so being like their major customers were L.A. and Chicago, New York, and yeah, man, I'm like it has an interesting story, but and like when I did my research, so what I did also was I looked back into the heritage of the black community. And at the time, that watch, when it debuted and Americans were buying that watch, it was 225, between 220 to 225, somewhere around there. And the average wage for sharecroppers and people that worked out in the field, and I looked a little deeper into my family heritage. $900 was like the top wage on average per year. So a watch at $200 was like, nah, we're not gonna get that. And I was thinking that watch cost the same amount of what the wages were from back then, and I owned it. You know what I'm saying? So that watch means so much to me. It means so much. I think just watch collecting as a whole. I mentioned this other day that horology belongs to everybody. It belongs to everybody, and it should be cherished and exaggerated, so to speak. We should put, because this thing is holding time, bro. Like, and time is running out on some of us. Yeah, time is running out. It's not promised. So yeah, but to answer your question, I know that's a lot I just gave you, but yeah, this one hands down. This one gets more play than any other watch in my collection. Any other watch. Then I would say this one is like right behind it. I wear this one. I don't post it as much because, like I don't post. I used to post on Watch Crunch like my daily watch, but I'm like, man, I'm wearing the same watch every day. Wearing the same watch every day. So yeah, I don't want to keep posting the same watch. But a lot of history comes from the increased price tag. Maybe the Microbrand revolution changed some of that. I think it. You know what? I believe it will at some point, because I'm curious. I'm personally curious to see what happens with the tariffs come next week or week after next, whenever, because we're close to the 1st of August. Exactly. Microbrands are always going to be challenged in the history or improving chronometry area. I had to sound that out. As they typically grab off the shelf budget movies. Yeah, that's it. That now, you know what? Because now we're talking at this point in life, a microbrand building their own movement, which who is it? Christopher Ward. They have their proprietary movements in 3 of their watches, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, you see the price tag, and those are beautiful watches, really nice, really nice. The Bel Canto, I like that watch, man. I really like that watch, and I wouldn't mind owning one. Maybe in time, man, at some point. But that's the other thing about microbrands not having their own movements, because like you start getting to that and machining, and if they can pull it off, it's going to be expensive. And I think that's going to be a tall ask for a company to be on par with a Tudor, right? Because you imagine Nomadic making their own movement. They're already like they're tourists and other brands of watches. If they made the case, built it in Belfast, and then had their watchmaker construct a movement, their watch is going to be at least $4,000 to $5,000 off top. And yeah, good luck with somebody. They be like, hey, this is a market brand that I don't know much about. You only been in business for 5 years, 6 years, whatever. Tudor's been in business for ages, for decades, and they're backed by Rolex. I'm cool. No. So yeah, that's the only thing. Maybe make a Ravens edition. It would bang. I wouldn't have made, listen, Wrist unwound. What's going on? Tyree is in the building. Tyree, I do have a video coming out that's actually inspired by you, and I do give you credit in this thing and this storytelling at its finest. It's called Dear Mr. Horology. I'm heavily inspired by how you do videos. And I'm sure some. Oh wait! We got a super chat. Let's fire up the band. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for that super chat. Yeah, you get the church bell. That's how I was in church yesterday. What's going on, bro? Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. But yeah, Tyree, I actually was inspired by your videos, man. And I'm sure somebody will drop your link in the chat, man. That is a channel that I highly recommend that you guys go over there and look at it. He is Mr. Timex himself. I think historically speaking, we could talk about watches all day. But do you know that there's some people out here that are really bringing this thing home? They're really inspiring people to not only collect watches but live the lifestyle, man. Like build a story. I do have this week, and I'm trying to get everything out because my vacation is right here in a couple of days. Your boy is gonna be out in the sun, having a lot of fun, showcasing watches and stuff like that. I will go live from my location and enjoying that time, but without the information that we provide, man, this is just, I mean, you'll be watching something else or whatever the case is. I think sometimes we can take this for granted, but I just want you to tap in and look. I'm not telling you to subscribe. You go over there and check it out and see if that's a channel for you. But I think historically speaking, there's nobody else on this platform that's talking about Timex like this guy. Nobody. And I'm talking about, he's dropping some straight knowledge. He's dropping stories. Then you have to go to his website. This is so much, man. This man is a PBS special. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you, man. I'm like, yo, this dude is NPR, man. He is like, he's everything. Let's see. Within the classic design space, fleegers, divers, where do you draw the line between homage or inspired brands versus design plagiarism? Does it matter to you? John, I didn't think it mattered to me at first. I was like, hey, man, if they got it, get it. But then I was looking at that. When you fall in love with a brand, when you see a design, you like, this is it. This design means so much. And another company come and get it. For example, I like Brew watches, right? I don't own one, but I like Brew. But there's a company that copied the design. There's also a company that what's the other watch brand? I'm drawing a blank. That does the green eggs and ham thing, or green eggs, not ham. Green eggs. They do the pizza. What is the man? Why can't I think of this? I just saw them at Windup. Crap. They had man, I can't even think. They got the seagull movement in it. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. They got the pizza and stuff like that. That company, and I'm pretty sure somebody put it down. There's companies that homage that they copy, and I was like, why? Why are y'all doing that? No. So yeah, I do. I at one point I was like, why not homage? Because I like Tudor, right? And as many watches as I have, I would have to slow down, back up, and save money to get the Tudor, right? I like the FXD. That thing is like 40 something. It's like over $4,000. That's tough for me to try to. I can save up to get it, but I want it now. There's brands that I can buy it from that I think do a good job. So I'm like, I'll buy that. But yeah, I think there is a line that needs to be drawn because, hold on, let me see. I want to see. I'm pretty sure. Studio Underdog, thank you. I had to go because I was just waiting. I knew somebody was going to let me know. Studio Underdog was copied, and I think it was trash that somebody copied that brand. I don't like it. In some cases, yeah, I do like companies that give you like the essence of that watch. So, for example, I have to give a big shout out to Kokomo. They have that trench style going on right here, but then if you look at the watch, you see the dial. That is their design. You have a California style dial going on, right? Formation with the sandwich dial, which screams Panerai. So there's elements of all type of great watches, and then look at the hands right there. Look at the hands. There, I mean, like it has out like the alpinist. Like that is the epitome of like creativity and giving you something and then just wrapping it up in a package. So yeah, I do think homage can't go too far, in my humble opinion. A copy, even the fake watches, I'm like, yeah, and there's something to say about heritage because some of these watches, like the Gene Kranz, any company that copies that watch and make a homage to that, I'm like, why? That watch belongs to a great man, and it is priced at a reasonable price, right? Invicta did. There was a couple of watches. Now, y'all know I've been collecting Invicta for a long time, but you know they made the, and I hated. I'm gonna tell you what I hated. They copied the Tag Heuer. They copied the Tag Heuer, and they copied the Zodiac. Now I'm gonna tell you what I hated about that. They turned it into a quartz. And there's nothing wrong with quartz dial, but like if you're gonna copy a brand, can you at least give more? Don't just do it because you know it's a money. Everything's a money grab, but like don't just do it to give us just let me get this design out because I know that watch is gonna cost you about $5,000 if you buy it from them. My watch is gonna cost you about $80. No, 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 no. If especially if you're gonna copy the Tag Heuer, you know what I'm saying, the Monaco, right? The Monaco is a beautiful watch, and I think that is a watch that you should have. That thing in history, I don't know about it. I don't know. I feel some type of way because I love racing. And I do feel some type of way about that watch being copied. But then when we got down to the what was it? The Zodiac? You should have took a page out of the San Martin. San Martin has a watch similar to that, automatic, and they give you different options. Have different colorways. Make a different colorway outside of don't make it the same. They made it. I was like, dude, that's ports. Can we get an automatic? That's some garbage. So a lot to say with the question you asked, but yeah, I get like in my feelings about that. I don't think everything should be copied. Skylar tipping on Vogues. Yeah. On a Cadillac. Still tipping on wrapped in faux Vogues, man. I love Vogue tires. Vogue tires and spokes, man, is it, boy. That's beautiful. Yeah, yeah, because I'm in public. Peace Trap. Frankie. Very good point. A serious in-house movement or even work to improve emulsion is pricey for microbrands, but isn't that an important part of the product, or is a brand important? You know what? I will say though, with that, John, I will say that I think that once a company gets to a point where they make enough. This is why, like, I thought was crazy about Invicta, man, because Invicta is so much bigger than microbrands, and they could have brought that type of like so. I don't know if people know this, but A.L. Lalo, CEO of Invicta, is friends with the guy that made the Ronda movements, right? They are friends, right? So I'm like, yo, you make enough money, why ain't you just be like, hey man, let's do a collab, make me a special movement for my watches, man, for the customer. I think you should have a number of watches, build it up, make the capital, put it into that, man, people will buy it. Case in point, what was the Studio Underdog? Didn't they do a collaboration with somebody that had a real expensive, was it Moser? Didn't they do a collaboration with Moser and they had like a $60,000 watch? You go from a $500 watch to a $60,000 watch. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So I think I think every watch company should have that in their category. Or at least something that was, you know what I'm saying, something that's so unique. You know what Invicta did though, which I thought was strange, and they only did it, they did it on 2 watches. They took an NH35. They put some type of modular thing on top of it, right? And it turned it into a whole different complication. And I didn't know it was an NH35, but it looked crazy, right? And I was like, yo, what is that? And it was like, it's NH35. It was a different look. And I said, man, they could have done so much with that. Now, of course, it's still thick because you have to put, the NH35 is already thick. And I think it wasn't that much, like 14 millimeters. Granted, there's some watches that are like really thick. And like, oh, come on. That's a thick piece right there. That's a thick piece. People will wear it. Man. I don't shy away. There's people that love robust and thick pieces, man. What was the watch that went to the Mariana Trench, man? The deep sea diver from Rolex. That's a thick watch, super thick. That's a thick boy. What's up, man? That thing right there, that's a thick watch, but it's wearable. Spinnaker's Picard, that's a thick watch. I'm pretty sure that thing is about 18 millimeters, maybe even 20 millimeters thick with the crystal. I'm going everybody. IJ Jones. And, about the own movement, it doesn't make sense at all. I'll look into it, but you are better to buy. Changing movements, planning production, your own movements. You talk. Yeah. I was talking. See, I was talking to someone. Listen, I was talking to a watchmaker, and he was breaking it down, the cost. He was breaking the cost down, and I said, man, that is crazy. Oh no, man. Hey Tyree, like real talk, bro. You are the Timex guru, bro. Yep, I agree with that. You are the Timex guru, and that's not even me giving flowers. That's giving facts, bro. Like you look across YouTube, man. Like factual, there's nobody giving it like how you do, bro. And like you're literally a PBS special. Like, I mean, you tell the history or the story about YouTube, all the different channels that made impacts, all the different companies. Like Teddy Bulbasaur is going to be, or Bulbasaur, I'm sorry for mispronouncing his name. He's going to be solidified as one of the greatest YouTubers slash ADs to ever do it. Nico will be another one, right? And then it just falls in line. The ladies that of YouTube horology. There's a lot of people that if you tell a story from each genre, you can't name, like if you break it down to categories, who has talked about these watches in entirety and detail? I haven't come, bro, Timex, and you have some special pieces that other people can't get, bro, like, yeah. Aesthetics is going to win a lot. Fields limited in those are only 2 points for Microbrands, which makes them a difficult choice, in my honest opinion. I understand that. Lately, the timekeeping components is mostly overlooked. Gotta start driving. All right, bro. All right. Because I'm about to end this thing here. Citizen, court citizen, 0100 or the citizen. What are you saying? Are you liking that? I like the Citizen. I saw it at the JDM version at Windup, which was on sale. Which, man, the clasp on that thing is ridiculous. Oh my gosh, that thing was crazy. Man, Citizen killed it. 25 watching. Why not smash the like button? Thank you. The Citizen makes me feel powerless, man. 1 second per year accuracy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I need a 92 accurate legend. Oh, bro, you going back in the day, man. That's gangster, man. Hey, you a D-boy, man. You on the block, bro, with the accurate. Hey, Rissel, you on the block, bro, with the accurate. It was Moser, yeah. Richard Mill was supposed to be 12.5. They accidentally added a 0, and someone bought it. Take it from there. That's great. And I got a chance to see one of those up close. Richard Mille is a really nice constructed watch. It's fun to look at, but there's other companies that I'll like. Yeah, Richard Mille, man, that's a hype beast watch. That is a rapper's watch, in my opinion, because that's how it was presented to me. I ran into a producer down in Georgia that had one, so I can't see that watch outside of that. And that was a problem I had with GQ on the rocks because I love hip hop. I'm huge into hip hop, but I just, when it comes to the knowledge and information about horology, they're not going to give it to you. It's going to always be a flex culture with them. And I found out some stuff. I've actually talked out of ignorance from the beginning of my channel. Talked out of ignorance when it came to watches, man, because I was talking about what I knew and what I saw, and that came from my sources. And I had to get my face slapped like a dog, man, putting his nose down, he slapped his nose with some paper. That's how I was like, man. I ran into a real horologist, man, on my channel early on and humbled me, bro. And I started researching. I was like, man, It's not that I haven't been done some ignorant stuff on here still, but I still at least learn more from doing some legit research, looking at other channels. And I don't agree with every channel curator or founder on YouTube, but that's what makes this thing beautiful, I think, because you can have a difference of opinion. I think some people lose their love for this, and it's just become an everyday. This ain't no job to me. I love doing this. I love going live. The Deep Sea Challenge. Yes, thank you. Almost 50 millimeters, I think. Whew, Lord have mercy. I do have a video about it. If anyone wants to learn more about it, yes, put that out. All right, MG. See you later. Thanks for being here. As we close. It's the MJ 8 Ball. Space Age Pimpin'. Yo, billionaire mindset. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So grab the links below. Go over to Kokomo. Grab use some free shipping if you do get this. If you want to check this out. If you want to look, I'm going to show these in like they're going to have their own separate videos coming up. And it's before I'm going to cram all this stuff this week, man. I'm going to be so busy, man. You got to enjoy the watches that you have, man. So I have on my South Baltimore, the Bolts, the Recon. This thing is so amazing. Oh, man, dude. Like, yeah, this thing is lovely. This is my watch of the year thus far. If there's something else that comes up, then I'll let you know. This is another watch that I think is phenomenal that I picked up. It's not for everybody because it is a very robust timepiece, and there's a lot of angles, there's a lot of shapes, there's a lot going on. This watch, it's a GMT. GMT, this, the one thing I found out about this GMT is a little different. A little different. Like when you set the GMT hand, you can't separate that from changing the date. So you need to go around, that's a little different than your collar style, because the collar style, which is more user-friendly. For those that don't know, this GMT, this 9075, is not as friendly as that collar GMT, yeah. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, am I doing something wrong? I had to read the instructions. I was like, am I tripping? But yeah, you have to set this thing accordingly. When you buy, and you setting it by that hand, bro. It's like the hour hand, going back and forth. So keep that in mind for those that be like, hey, I gotta get it. True, but if you're a traveler, then it makes sense. Okay. Pro Fury. See my boy John. He looks just like that. Damn, it's 220. Okay. Okay. Will do. So I'm just going to leave out doing this because I want to just showcase. What's up, Kevin Cook is in the building. I want to showcase the watches that I enjoy. Hold up. Yep, watches that I enjoy. I enjoy watch collecting. I enjoy talking to you guys. This is from my man Skylar. I know he's driving, but like I got, watches on deck. And this, every time I keep these watches, that's another watch I wear a lot too. Islander on deck. And then, I gotta take this out. I gotta take it out the snaps. Noctua watches, man. Yes, we got watches on deck over here. And all this isn't an advertising. This is pure enjoyment. This is pure love for the sports, the hobby, everything thereof. I like it. I enjoy it, man. I hope you enjoy what you do too, man. Like, I hope so. And I hope you collect it for yourself, man. Like, really, dive in. See what your love language is when it comes to watches. Those that like glycine, they just dropped a new combat sub, right? Ceramic. They changed the date. The date is no longer at 3 o'clock. It's down to 6. And I think it's like $150 to $200 more than normal, but it's still under $1,000. So go check out. Just go to Glycine website. And yeah, I think that's it. The paid promotion was put up there because I have some watches in here that was given to me, or I got it at a reduced cost, and I'm rocking with Kokomo. You know what I'm saying? This is, I love Kokomo. Like, I love the team over there. Love the team over there, man. Absolutely, they like family, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you guys feel like to me. To the rear, Rangers lead the way. I'll say who? Y'all literally lead the way for real. I ain't even got no jokes for you, bro. Like, y'all Rangers lead the way. I thank you so much Tyree, for serving our country, man. Aside from this, before I go, bless the families that lost loved ones in the Texas thing, those that are rearing, and all the people that are working towards helping restore Texas, man. Loss of life, gosh, is terrible, man. So I hope that you guys pray for those, have some positive thoughts. I don't know where your religious preference is, but at least at the bare minimum, just throw some positivity in the air for these families, man. And if you can contribute or help, send water or just pay it forward, please do that. Let's help restore these people's lives that are trying to get back. Blessings to all of the military folks, man. Salute to you, Tyree, and anybody in your unit. You guys are leading the way. Thank you so much for what you do, keeping us safe. People don't know what you guys do on the regular and what you're willing to do to keep this country safe. And even when those disasters happen, the National Guard or everybody that just put their hands to work. Thank you so much, man. With that being said, man, to the next lightning strike, y'all be blessed. Appreciate y'all. Much love.